Let's go down to the betting ring. Tim Gossage, what can you tell us?
Yeah, a bit of late money for Ask the Phantom now, Peter, and this is where a lot of the punters are coming in about the last minute and a half. That's when a lot of the big money's been going on over the races today. So the money, and it might be on the money too, is number 2, Ask the Phantom, but Rebel with a Cause will jump a short price favourite.
Well, Roy Higgins has already stated that you can't get a fitter racehorse than Rebel with a Cause is. He looked magnificent on the way to the gates. There you see the runners that are in the stalls. Jockeys just keeping them nice and calm, ready for the dash over 1,400 metres. Speed will be on from the outset. Gary Willits, how did you mark them on the way to the barrier?
Well, I couldn't fault Rebel with the Cause, Peter. I thought he looked magnificent. And Ask the Phantom's in good shape. Obrero, I've seen that win its last 2 wins in the country, and it'll be there for a long way. One that did take my eye was the 6 Crow, is it? Lacroix. Driven by Darren Beam and trained by Graham Rogerson. It's a tough race, but the 1 and 2 do look very well. Very fit.
Ming's Finale, the only one
They're
out.
hard to call these, when they Dan, with all the greys. And
They certainly are. They're probably the most difficult races that a race caller will call, the all-grey races. But they've been pretty common over the last couple of years, particularly through this carnival. They're all locked away. First leg of the quaddie. And they're racing. Ask the Phantom missed the start 2 lengths, and Spondee was a bit slow to begin. Rebel with a Cause will drift back. The Bolter Blemish jumped in front. Lacroix going through. Datari wider out with Ming's Finale. Also handy was Blair and a Regal Dane, so they're in a good group. Obrero was handy also. Silver Seraphim will just drift back a little bit on the inside of China Viceroy. Now 2 lengths to Arabian Adventure, a bit worse than midfield. Then Rebel with a Cause. Spiritual Healing. Ask the Phantom getting back, and it's to about 3rd last now. And then Spondee, and 3 lengths away Caralanza. 800 metres to go. Blemish is just in front of Lacroix, and out there 3 white Ming's Finale. Blair tucked away on the inside of Datari. China Viceroy hard ridden 3 wide around Obrero. A Regal Dane is back along the fence, but it's had a nice run. And then Obrero, Silver Seraphim, Arabian Adventure. Back behind those runners was Rebel with a Cause, easing to the outside from Spondee, and then Ask the Phantom, Spiritual Healing, and Caralanza working to the straight towards the 400, and Blair sprinted up to hit the lead. A Regal Dane's in hot pursuit. Rebel with a Cause running on very wide. Arabian Adventure making ground, but it's Blair kicking away. 300 to go. Blair 2.5. A Regal Dane, and now Rebel with a Cause knuckling down. Blair in front. Rebel with a Cause charging at it though. Favourite swept up to hit the lead, and finally a favourite's going to greet the judge, and it's in the All Greys race, and Brett Preble with the Rebel drawing away. Rebel with a Cause by 4 lengths to Blair and Ask the Phantom. Then a Regal Dane, Silver Seraphim. Next home was Datari, and then came Spiritual Healing. Further back to Arabian Adventure, China Viceroy, Blemish. Next Caralanza from Obrero. Ming's Finale tied. Spondee and Lacroix got tied as well. It's at the end of the field. Here's Mark Aston.
Yes, Helen is one of the owners of Rebel with a Cause. What a fantastic finish.
It was just brilliant. I mean, Brent's just ridden him beautifully. I'm actually the trainer's wife, not the owner, but I've got the owners here with me. And all ecstatic.
Well, here's one of the... And what's your name, madam?
Indra.
And you guys were getting very excited about 400 metres to go.
I know. He comes home like that, you see. So, thanks, Gerald.
Congratulations. What about you, sir? You're one of the owners?
I am, John Corinas.
Yeah, congratulations. How do you feel?
Wonderful. We brought him down from Brisbane. We took a chance, and good horse. Good horse.
Celebrate well tonight.
We will.
Good on you, Dan.
Thank you, Mark. Mark Aston there. Shelley Hancox, who's well known in the racing circles here, particularly in Victoria with her syndications, Gary. Yes. And she puts that syndicate together. Those are her colours, the pink and white quarters, and she's got a very happy syndicate there.
oh, definitely. And gee, what a win, Dan. Like, he was back a fair way, and
he needed 100 metres or so to wind up, but when he did, he just swept by them.
Just incredible. Just let go. And that's what Brett Preble's 3rd winner for the carnival, I think.
Yeah, he had a double on Tuesday, and well, at this point, it's only a couple of lengths from them, but he just races away and gives Blair Winburn, who looked like he was going to be a blowout for most in the quaddie.
That's right. Yeah, Blair was, shot away, and 9 out of 10 races would have won, but this horse was just too good. No trouble at all, the 58 kilos. And like, here he is, he's just racing away.
1:10 and 2 are the official numbers. 4th in number 8, 5th in number 7. The time 1:22.2, carried 58, but relevant of only 3 kilos above the minimum there for a very easy win. And finally, a favourite got home, Pete.
Finally, Dan, yes, isn't it great to see? And Sean Muir as the stable foreman for Gerald Ryan. That was a very impressive win, Sean.
Yeah, it was a great win, Peter. You know, like he did bad coming out the barriers, and You know, as we were just saying beforehand, the track hasn't really been favouring horses getting back that far, but it was a great win with 58 to be able to pick him up like he did.
Were you worried on the turn? Because he must have spotted them 8 or 10.
I was worried 3 furlongs from home how far back he was, never mind the turn, but, you know, we couldn't really see him in the screen here, and then all of a sudden he appeared. You know, he's been going very well down here, so we're pretty confident.
Roy Higgins said that you couldn't have a fitter racehorse. He looked terrific going in.
Yeah, he looked magnificent, you know. I mean, the boss has done a great job. He hasn't run for a long while, 40 days, but, you know, he was very fit today.
He'll win better races.
I think probably in, you know, perhaps in 12 months' time in the spring, I think you might see him down here for a much better class race than this.
Thanks for your time, Sean. Well done.
Thank you, Peter.
Sean Muir, the stable foreman for Gerald Ryan. Now let's go out to the track, and here he is, Preble with the Rebel with Letzi.
Yeah, Brett, a pretty impressive win, this horse.
Yeah, he done a super job. He was jumped out, only went 10 metres after starting there, fell on his nose, so he's done a good job to win.
And Brett, you give him the chance to balance up after that, and I'd say 400 from home. Was you confident of picking him up with your big weight?
I was a little bit, but he was very wayward and wanted to run around a lot. Under 58, you sort of got to go straight and hard to the line, don't you? But
yes.
So when he got there inside the furlong, you put him away.
Yeah, Brett, how far can he go? Can he get the group level?
He'll listed in group level, place right, and he's well trained, so he's got every chance to.
Yeah. Congratulations, Brett. Good ride.
Thanks, John.
Brett Preble about to visit the winner's stall again, and that was a really good performance by that horse. As Brett said, he came out on his head, and yet he's still come from a long way back on a track that's been favouring leaders and just run away at the end to win. Second placing went to Blair, made a bold bid, and the run of the third horse was very good too, Ask the Phantom, after being slow away from the stalls. 1, 10 and 2 on race 5, so the way is paved for the big one. It is the VRC Crown Oaks coming up at 2:45. We'll be back with the correct weight signal and the dividends shortly. You are watching the third day of the Melbourne Cup Carnival of 2000, live around Australia on Network 10. You are watching day 3 of the Melbourne Cup Carnival, and Rebel with a Cause. Well, I wonder if they might be the owners. Somehow I think so, Jennifer. Look at it. Standing there proudly in the winner's stall. Why wouldn't they be? Because they've got a horse there that will go on and win much better races than that. The way he won today, I was really taken with that.
Well, now he's won 6 out of 13, Peter, and he won it in very good style as well.
Correct weights there. Weight right after the running of race 5. Rebel with a Cause, recording the time of 1:22.2, which is also pretty smart. 1.6 outside the record. Blair second, and Ask the Phantom running on very well to get third. Here are the dividends all around Australia.
$2.50 and $1.50 Rebel with a Cause, $7.50 for Blair, in $1.70 Ask the Phantom, $44.30 Quinella, Exacta $65.20, the trifecta $260.10, and the running double 3 and 1 $37 and even. Well, it's the first time we haven't seen the bookies with a smile on their face, but it was overdue, wasn't it, Tim?
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. It took a while. I think it's, what's that now, 24 races, 25 races, and we finally got one in that one with Rebel with a Cause. So this might be the tide might be turning here for the punters against the bagmen. Let's go to the Crown Oaks, and Lolita Star, no surprises there, has opened up a short price favourite. Surprisingly, all-time high, $9.90 on the tote, about a third that price in the ring. It is second favourite with the bookmakers. And Peter Donegan, if you're having a bet on Oaks Day, Quinella, 11 Curvaceous and 12 Miss Bikini.
Yes, and it'll pay the national debt if it gets up to 11 and 12. Omen bets, well, they've been pretty good. They've been better to follow than the form so far over this carnival, but a favourite's finally got up. Will another one get up here? We'll find out soon enough. Lolita Star, the favourite at 3.10. Chances to the top 2, Pont and Flyer at all-time high. But she's over the odds, all-time high at $10. Dashing Granada's not without a hope for your trifectas as well at 14. Tanith is big odds at $7.40. The one beneath it, also Lang Kwai Fong, well in the betting. And then you've got big odds about the rest of them. Curvaceous number 11 is the one that Tim Gossage was talking about as an Omen tip at $12.90. So big pools here for the Crown Oaks. And let's take a look at the Strathfield race predictor, and we're kicking its backside today, the tipsters. 2,500 metres, and it starts at the 200-metre mark in the home straight, Jen. Now, this is a very important barrier because, as we said with the Derby the other day, races have been won and lost in the run down to the first turn.
Yes, well, you do want to get into a very good position, Peter, as you go past the winning post before you hit that first turn. And if you can get some cover and get yourself in, well, you know, you're going to give yourself every possible chance.
Now, of course, the other imponderable about this race is that we really don't know how well these 3-year-old fillies are going to run out the 2,500 metres. When they go along the riverside here, they've still got a long, long way to go. And this is the time that the jockeys will be hoping, Jen, that their horses don't get too excited, don't get too over-eager and come back underneath them and relax.
Well, that's for sure, Peter. And I think we saw with Lolita Star in the Wakeful how well she settled at the rear of the field. She doesn't have any early speed, so you'd expect her to probably try and produce that type of run again, be well back, try and make sure that the pace can be judged from the front. And if there's a lot of pace on in front, of course, that favours the horses that do come from behind.
Now, by this stage, you would think Lolita Star, Stephen Baster will have her out and running and about to make her challenge when they get to the top of the straight at the 450-metre mark, because she does finish off her race strongly. But Lang Kwai Fong's going to be up there when the whips are cracking. All-time high will probably get back and run on. Dash and Granada not without a chance, and for the supporters of Tanith, hopefully she'll see a bit more of the rail than she has at her last couple. But the predictor says that it will be an all-time high for the connections of number 2. Stephen Arnold is one of the tallest jockeys we've got riding, and number 2 all-time high is the Strathfield Race Predictor selection from 11 and 4. And there are the selections from our panel. Lolita Star for everyone except Jenny, but you've gone for a bit of value in Lang Kwai Fong.
Just the value, Peter. Obviously, she is the horse to beat without a doubt, Lolita Star. I have enormous respect for her. I've liked her 2 wins, but I've gone Lang Kwai Fong just at the value from Lolita Star, number Dianara for 3rd.
Okay, and you will get the pronunciation of that right by the end of the day.
You wouldn't believe it, would you?
Say after me, Jen.
Dianara.
Dianira.
Oh, gosh, Dianira. Okay.
I'll just give Jen a bit of a lesson in the pronunciation of number 8 in the Oaks, and we will go to the presentation after the running of race number 5 on the card with the Managing Director of Myer, Mr. Terry McCarthy.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Myer is again very pleased to be associated with the carnival, and of course this year bigger than ever. From the Fashion in the Fields all the way to the Sydney Myer Cup and now the Myer Plate. And of course it's wonderful to see the records being broken here with so many attendees, and I have every expectation that many of the ladies and the gentlemen out there in the crowd have been buying from Myer. It's a fabulous carnival. We're very pleased to be associated with it, and I'd like to present the Myer Plate to the first favourite getting home for the carnival. By the way, that's Myer for you. And on behalf of the owners, I'd like to present the trophy to Rod Peacock. Thank you, Rod.
Well done to those connections. They're going to have a big mantelpiece, I think, because they'll have plenty of trophies to go on it with that horse, Rebel with a Cause, and his impressive victory. Well, we told you there were all sorts of weird and wonderful hats here today, all sorts of things on display, and many of the people are here to see the 6th event on the card, the Crown Oaks, the big one. It's due to start at 2:45. Let's return to the marquee where the Champers is on ice and Sandra Sully is on fire.
On fire, PD. Gee, I don't know how to respond to that, but yes, the Champers is on ice and the celebrities are swanning through the marquee, and it's amazing who you just happen to come across. And you know, there are Olympic stars aplenty this week, but some a little more unusually dressed than others, despite the fact they're adorned with gold. Kerry Potthast, the beach volleyball star, welcome.
Hi, how are you going?
I'm terrific, but what about yourself? Now, this creation, somewhat unusual. We always thought you were an eye-popping star, but this is an eye-popping ensemble, Kerry.
Yeah, Bohe have put this together for me. They wanted me to be protected today, more than just with my eyes. They wanted to protect the whole of me today, but it's all a bit of fun today, and it's a lot of fun being here at the races.
Now, they're sponsoring their first race, race 7, but this is your first Melbourne Cup Carnival. You having a good time so far?
I am. I've been to the Melbourne Cup, the Caulfield Cup, and today the Ladies' Day, and it's just unreal. And I think you can pretty much wear anything and get away with it here.
Now, most of us would be a little sort of concerned about revealing too much flesh, but Kerry, I guess it goes with the turf, and you're kind of used to it, huh?
Well, it was a bit different before. I actually didn't have my pants on before. I had little shorts underneath, and, you know, I walked around the track a little bit, and everybody was looking, and I just felt a little bit too uncomfortable, so I had to put the pants on. But it's different than the beach, where everybody wears their bathers, but it's all fun.
Got a tip for the big race today?
Well, for the Bolle Stakes, I'm going for Super Classic, because that's what Bolle sunglasses are, Super Classic.
All right, thanks for joining us today, and good luck with your continued training and career.
Thanks.
Well, we're grateful you could take some time out to join us, and we've had such an Olympic flavour this week, so it's wonderful that you could be a part of it, and It's great to finally meet you, because I was on the edge of my seat, like the rest of the country, watching that final, so enjoy the rest of the carnival.
Thank you, thanks a lot, bye.
All right, Tim, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Sandra. Yes, one of the great gold medals, wasn't it? The beach volleyball. Kerry Pothurst having a great time. A lot of Bolles you're seeing out there today too. They're sponsoring one of the races, race 7 for the first time. So welcome to them to the VRC Carnival for this absolutely stunning week. Good afternoon to you. Hope you're all enjoying our telecast. They're enjoying it out there, I can tell you. Plenty of champers, plenty of VB. It's all going down very nicely indeed. And of course, it is Ladies' Day. It's Oaks Day. Ladies in racing, thankfully, there are quite a few of them these days. Here's another one, Yvonne Blackwood.
If Oaks Day is seen as a celebration of the growing role of women in racing, then you can take your hat off to Yvonne Blackwood. Few women have made a bigger contribution to the sport of kings and queens than Yvonne, the long-serving chief executive and secretary of the Cranbourne Turf Club. When she was appointed to the position 18 years ago, she was only the second female race club chief in Victoria.
I was assistant to Colin McCaskill, who was the last secretary, and when he resigned, the committee appointed me, which was very nice.
But Yvonne has been much more than a pioneer for women administrators. Under her direction, Cranbourne has become one of the biggest and most progressive provincial racing centres in the land.
Well, I suppose looking back it was tough, but you didn't really think it was tough, you know. And I have to say that really people were very helpful. I didn't have any major problems, but I guess you worked a bit harder because you knew you had to work a little harder.
She's proud of the growth of Cranbourne in her time, winning an increase in the number of meetings each year.
I think going from 9 to 19 meetings, when I started we had 9 race meetings, and it's not easy to get extra race dates, you know, but so I think that's been the greatest achievement.
Incredibly, when Yvonne started her career, women were still treated as second-class citizens on a racetrack. The infamous white line blocking their passage to the main members' bar and betting ring.
It was like 6 o'clock closing, I suppose, and the pubs, you know, women really didn't go into bars.
These days, there's nowhere on a racetrack where Yvonne can't go, and especially at her beloved Cranbourne, where her own Cup Day was conducted with brilliant success in the first week of October. Long before the first racegoers arrived, Yvonne was there, walking the grounds and making sure everything was in place for her biggest day of the year. As one of the longest-serving administrators, Yvonne is a respected voice on some of the industry's biggest issues. She's a big fan of night racing and believes racing's future is bright.
I think racing's starting to pick up again now. The young people seem to be coming back to racing.
As she approaches 20 years as a club secretary, Yvonne shows no signs of slowing down.
I don't want to stay too long, but no. I still enjoy it and I still get a real buzz, and I'm really excited about today and tomorrow.
Yes, a pioneer in many ways, and thankfully the path of women into racing, into sport in general these days, is a lot clearer, as it should be. The Hockey-roos are out there, Pothurst's out there. It's Ladies' Day here, Oaks Day at Flemington. Let's go back out to Lynn. She's got our 3 designers for the day.
Well, Tim, the fashion is just beautiful down here on the members' lawn. We have the Maya Fashions on the field going on in the background, and the ladies look stunning, and so do the guys, actually. I have 3 of our feature designers with us today. Jane Lammerton, first of all. Are you impressed with what you're seeing?
I am very impressed with what I've been seeing, and also impressed on Saturday too. There's some gorgeous outfits, and it's lovely to see the return of colour at Flemington.
Isn't it just? Yes, we had some drab colours there for a few years, didn't we? But bright and cheery, I tell you. Now, describe this beautiful outfit. It's got a touch of gypsy about it.
Yeah, well, it's a gorgeous Italian pure silk. It's in a lovely cashmere with terracotta, long line silk dress with a slip and a beaded felt, and we've accessorised with a little beaded satin shoe and just a change from a hat. I love all the flowers and the scarves that are being worn this year. This is a beaded headscarf with silk tapping.
And Jackie wears it very well. It looks stunning.
She does.
Nice and comfortable.
Oh, sensational. I love it.
Good, good. And John Cavill is our next featured designer. And you're enjoying today?
Oh, well, I love it, Lena. It's a terrific day. A great day for Melbourne.
It is indeed. And this is a really extraordinary outfit because you've really almost clashed some colours there, haven't you?
A little eclectic. And
Successfully.
thank you. A little eclectic. And what we've done is we've got nude silk with a wonderful border print. And we've teamed it up with faux fur, and just in case the weather's a little bit adverse. And obviously the gloves and the Aussie ostrich bag and the feathers. So all sort of quite mixed, but working together for showing off today.
And you've gone back a few eras.
It's a bit period, exactly. It's probably, you're looking a bit 20s. Yeah, a little bit period.
And that vibrant cobalt blue, very stunning.
Exactly.
Well done. And our third designer for the day is Amanda Barron with this beautiful mint outfit. Can you describe it for us?
Well, it's very classic and it's basically all in the fabric. As soon as I saw the fabric, I loved it, but I've tried to keep with the classic style with the jacket and the dress underneath.
Very delicate embroidery on it.
And the hat's made by Louise McDonald.
Louise McDonald, who does very well, doesn't she? And today is such a perfect day for millinery, isn't it?
Fantastic day. Fantastic.
We have seen the very best of fashion, Australian designers and millinery here today. So you at home can choose of these three beautiful outfits. What is your choice? Good luck.
Yes, what is your choice? There's the number 1902 555 966, but you'd better do it soon. You know the drill. Just ring up that phone number. We're closing that at 3 o'clock, so only 35 minutes to go. Give the number a ring, and all the best of luck. We hope you win. We'll announce the winner later, of course. Oaks Day. Beautiful. Roses, champagne, ladies, fillies. It's all happening. We'll take a break. Come back and join you soon. Victory for the ages. The 2000 Melbourne Cup will be remembered for the rookie and the warrior.
What a moment in the young life of Kerrin McEvoy as he comes to the most prized place in Australian racing, the winner's circle at Flemington on the first Tuesday of November.
From the apprentice to the master, it was a day when regal bloodlines shone through, and a magic brew became the flavour of a nation.
Best race in the world, and we've won it. We can't believe it. And guess what, folks? You've just won the Melbourne Cup. First and third. That's fantastic.
Today, the ladies take centre stage.
Tributes took the lead 50 out, and Tributes is going to win it.
From the fillies to the fashion, Oaks Day has become the epitome of the style and elegance that is Melbourne. Welcome to Day 3 of the Melbourne Cup Carnival. This is Oaks Day, live and exclusive to Network 10. Yes, a very big welcome indeed. About this time of the afternoon, a lot of our international viewers join us. Welcome to you. Rain was forecast, hasn't happened yet. Had a bit of drizzle this morning. If it happens at about, 2 minutes past 5, we won't mind. Absolutely beautiful day here. It is, of course, the VRC Oaks, another of the classic races. 2,500 metres for the 3-year-old fillies. And pretty much as Cup Day, anything goes out there. And as the afternoon progresses, that anything goes goes even further. Now, a young man riding Lovelorn in the VRC Oaks had just the most amazing year last year. Of all the jockeys that have graced this carnival, none had a more successful week than he did 12 months ago. Broke a long-standing record and rode 9 winners for the carnival, Brett Prebble, and became one of the country's leading jockeys.
Last year's 4-day carnival at Flemington was a week Brett Prebble will always recall as the period when he blossomed from a promising young rider to an established star of the turf. At just 22, Brett rode 9 winners over the Melbourne Cup week, breaking a 52-year-old record held by the legendary Jack Purtell.
I sort of have to pinch myself a little bit, the way it all unfolded and just happened in a space of such a short time in a week. It was 9 winners and quite a lot of group races in there, and it was a record that's been held for a long time.
7 of his 9 winners were trained by his good mate David Hall, starting with the brilliant sprinter Farrain in the Group 1 Salinger Stakes on Derby Day. A treble on Melbourne Cup Day, followed by another treble on Oaks Day, had Brett looking up the history books himself.
I went up and checked his history and see what he'd done and whatever. He won a Melbourne Cup and whatever, but to ride one more win than him was a bonus.
The record came with Zappor's outstanding win in the Group 2 Queen Elizabeth Stakes on the final day to cap the best week in Brett's life.
To be a part of David Hall's setup and Matthew Ellerton, and for it to all unroll like it did, you see, because I use Yelland there most mornings, and you see the hard work that gets put into it, and the rewards that come out for not only myself, as David and his stable and his staff. So it was quite rewarding for everyone.
Brett has plenty of support at home, and his partner Marie Payne really understands what he goes through, because she is a jockey herself.
She's great. Like when I have a really quiet patch or a lean patch, she's sort of pushed me along like a good woman does, or behind every successful man there's a good woman. When we weren't going out with each other, we were quite aggressive, because we used to pretty much used to ride all Terry O'Sullivan's horses, and before I come along, and then I was apprenticing Terry, and basically I took all her rides off her, and she still got a bit fiery there for a while, and until she got some better horses to compete with Terry's, and Terry was really flying at the time when I went with him, and yeah, there were some fiery words there.
And as Brett's career continues to blossom, he couldn't be happier.
I've got a lot of offers to go to Hong Kong and to go ride everywhere else, but my immediate future's here in Melbourne, and support my owners and trainers that have been supporting me for the last 4 or 5 years and give them 110%.
Yeah, what a fine rider he is, Brett Prebble. They say the good jockeys come to the fore on the good race days. There you go. Not too sure about the crowd. It's confused us this week. There's a new stand, a lot more people on the interior. There's the Hertz blimp providing those beautiful shots for you. We'll find out a crowd a bit later. 92,000 on Derby Day, over 120 on Cup Day, so just extraordinary crowds. We'll take a break. Back soon. If you're joining us for the first time, you're at Flemington Racecourse, Melbourne, Australia, for the VRC Oaks. Not far away.
I want to be a part of it.
You are a part of it.
Long stay.
Hey, that'll do. Thank you. Some great horses have won this race, Peter. Rose of Kingston, Research, Surround, Light Fingers even. Who will it be today? A lot of our experts think Lolita Star. Here's 2 of the best, Peter Donegan and Jenny Chapman.
Thank you, Tim. And one worrying sign for Lolita Star is, Jen, that she has got a little upset in the mounting yard, and the rest of them are very composed, I think.
Yeah, she's been pig rooting. She's starting to sweat up a little bit. But as you said, Peter, the rest of them are very well behaved.
And there's the first of them. Number 1, Ponton Fly, to be ridden by Damien Oliver for Tommy Hughes Jr. at Flemington. Good run in the 1,000 guineas, not so good in the Wakeful.
No, I thought it was probably a bit too wet for her in the Wakeful. She's back on the dry here, though, Peter, and she's beautifully relaxed in this going out there to the racecourse now. I've left her there with some chance because she has got some class.
Number 2 is all-time high, the 1,000 guineas winner. Stephen Arnold will be tall in the saddle, as we said. He's close to the 6-foot mark, and he'll ride